Hi, everybody. With all this time that we have inside, away from people, it's been a very rich time for me. I've used it to go in a lot and maybe come to some realizations about myself. And one of the things I finally admitted to myself is that I'm actually, when it comes to energy healing, because that's what I do, if you don't know, energy healing and matters of spirituality, I'm actually quite a nerd. I've never used that word with myself before, but I realized that that's what I am. I love digging into the science and the why, behind why and how all this stuff works, the healing stuff that I do, how we change and shift energy. I absolutely love digging in and understanding how and why it works. So we have all been in feeling a lot of different things and a lot of emotions. And so I wanted to share a little bit about my nerdy stuff with you. So let's look at the human body and the cells of the body, for example. And at last count, I believe there are roughly 37.5 trillion cells. Now, who counted these things? I don't know, but thank you very much for your hard work. And each one of these cells is a battery. We are actually electrical beings. And I know some of you have heard this. But every battery, every cell in our body carries a 0.07 volt charge. So if you multiply 0.7 times 37.5 trillion, you get a really large number. So we're really quite powerful electrically, electromagnetically, and energetically. So what happens though, like any battery, it can drain and lose its charge. And what makes ours lose its charge? Things like negativity, negative emotions, bad food. Our bodies don't like junk food, toxins, chemicals. It actually weighs us down. And so you all know the feeling of when you're feeling charged up, when you're feeling energized, when you're feeling just full of zest and joy and passion and creativity, your batteries are literally charged up. And the opposite is true too. And a lot of us are struggling with some of that right now, thinking about, well, we're not making any money right now. And we're not doing anything. And, all this stuff, all the questions that we have, this can tend to pull us down. And that's a real heavy drain on a battery. Think about a flashlight. If you have dead or weak batteries in your flashlight, you're not going to get much light. And we are no different. Literally, when we are full, our cells literally light up. This is called biophotonic light. And when we are dragging and when we're heavy and when we're tired and when we're overloaded, when we're stressed, literally we are giving off less light. And this literally weakens us. It's hard to move. You're just kind of moving along and kind of almost like you're talking in slow motion because you just don't have the oomph to put much juice in it. And so finding ways to charge our batteries. And I've been spending more time on Facebook lately, as I know many of you have, and people are posting some really funny things, as well as some really beautiful, hearted messages to each other. And in a lot of ways, we're closer now than we were before when we were so busy. So I wanted to share with you the two things I mainly do for clients, and two things I'm absolutely passionate about in my healing work that I share with clients and use for myself are breath work and quantum physics, the connection between quantum physics and healing. So these two things literally totally have changed my life. The quantum physics part literally changed my life. 10 years ago, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer, while I was going through my training for breath work and being ordained a shamanic minister, I discovered this stuff. And what I learned literally did change my life. And now I use the combination in my breath work, in my teaching. I teach other people these tools too. So one of the things that in the breath work I thought I'd share with you today, the breathing, I take people into usually lying on the floor, breathing and going into an expanded state of awareness in which they can literally dump stuff out of the body and refill. And one of the ways that they often do, and the way I like to do my breath work, is through a lot of physical movement, literally vibrating and shaking out of my body the stagnation, the energy, the deadness, the heaviness, the old emotions, the old programming that that literally weighs us down, holds us back. We stuff our stuff. And so one of the ways that we can get it out is through physical movement, because that helps recharge the batteries. When our batteries are in a high vibration, it will, when we're conscious, actually push stuff out, push out the old programming, the old wiring, the old chemicals that keep us stuck in old, non-productive, non-helpful habits. So one of the things I thought I would just share with you, how you can actually vibrate stuff out of your body. And I use very loud, high vibe music during breath work, and some of you may have done that, to get people into this altered state in which their bodies literally are dumping stuff that doesn't serve them. So I thought I would do a little goofy demonstration right here and make a total fool of myself for you all for just a couple of minutes. And I really invite you to get up off the couch and join in and just jump around with me for a few minutes. This is not dancing. If you want to dance, you can dance. This is literally vibration. So I'm going to share with you one of the songs that I use on in my breathworks, and just give you a little taste of what you can do for yourself to shake out some stuff. So here we go, I hope. Okay. Yeah. All right. Shake it. Just shake it. Vibrate it out. Shake your shoulders. Breathe. Shake your head. Shake the cobwebs out of your brain. Shake your neck. Get the stiffness out of your neck. Open your mouth. Let your throat open up. Shake your heart. Shake the heart. Shake the fear, the sadness, the grief. Oof. Make a little sound. Oof. Shake your belly and your hips. Shake your arms. Let yourself go. Let yourself breathe big. Pull in light. Breathe out the old stuff. There you go. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Good, 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 good. Well, that gives you an idea of something that very simple, oops, here we go, that you can do to shift your vibration, to raise your frequency, literally raise your frequency. So here's something about cells, again, nerdy though it is. Our cells, as I said, are like batteries. So the inside, the nucleus of the cell is more like the negative charge, and the coating of the cell is the positive charge. When we are vibrating quickly and these batteries are all charged up, it actually strengthens the cell membrane. And here's the thing about viruses. Viruses actually need a host cell in order to sort of express their innate virusness, such as colds or flus or the other one that we're talking about, which shall not be named. So when your cells are kind of weak, that can actually make that cell membrane a little bit more permeable. Now, I'm not prescribing medicine here. I'm just giving you the idea of why raising our vibration can actually, it actually enhances your immune system. So if your cells are nice, the cell membrane is nice and tight, the viruses that we all have in our bodies all the time, various types, have nowhere to latch onto because your own cells are not as permeable to being invaded. So it's a nice visual to keep in mind. So strengthening yourself through raising your vibration, again, through love, through laughter, through pleasure, through movement, through breathing, any of those things. And may we all be using this time to learn how to change our lives for the better. May this time actually give us some really beautiful things to learn about ourselves, about each other, and about how to create a world together going forward. So I wish you all very well today. Happy vibrating, happy laughing, happy, happy. Many blessings to you all.